Hi Leos, and welcome to your reading from June 8th to June 14th. Please keep in mind that this is for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And this is a general reading, so it's not actually directed to anyone so please keep in mind that it may not resonate, okay? Thank you. So now we're asking for Leo's overall energy for the week of June 8th through the 14th. Energy for Leo, June 8th. Oh. You see what you got? You got the Lovers, okay? The Lovers, you see it? Okay. So, wow. Okay. So the Lover indicates to me that, wow. Anyways, I'm kind of lost. The Lover is a Gemini card. Number one, you see it again. It's a Gemini card, so it can show, it basically can possibly tell me that some of you are dealing with a Gemini, perhaps. And they're part of your energy for that cycle, or it could also be that your energy might be like a Gemini kind of energy for the rest of this week. I just want to tell you that maybe it could be also that you're going to, for some of you, it could be that you're also going to be having a loving energy throughout the whole time. And the Lover indicates, a union. It indicates to me that because I don't know if you can see in the background, you see the little mountain. Mountain indicates wisdom, and these two lovers being greeted by the angel, and you see the beautiful sun on the top. I love it. I love it. I love the sun. So it can indicate to me that overall you have a love situation, or some situation that might have caused you wisdom. Overall, it might kind of, so that's possibly going to be your energy for this week. It could be an energy of wisdom. It could be an energy of love. The Lover, the number 6, it indicates contentment, harmony, and community. And the Lovers is basically, love, beauties, trials, attraction. Basically, you're able to overcome whatever life brings your way through love. The way I look at things is, I'm sorry, I kind of had to go get. So the way I look at things is through love. I do everything through love, and I get everything in return through love. Try to deal with everything in the situation as, a loving energy. So I'm really happy you got that for your energy. You got a really good energy for this week. Keep your energies loving, okay? All right, so now we're asking for overall, let me pick these back up. We're asking for overall advice for Leos for finances. Finances for Leos. Finances for Leo, June 8th through the 14th. Finances for Leo, June 8th through 14th. Okay. Look at the ones that came out. Bam and pow. So this is basically the 9 of Cups in with the World card. So the 9, I don't know, the 9 indicates the number 9 on the top. It indicates a completion. It indicates a completion. It indicates wisdom. So somehow you're reaping those benefits. You're actually happy at this point because the situation is overall joyful. You're pleased with your finances at this point. The Lover card. I'm sorry. I said the Lover's card because I'm continuously thinking about it. So you got the World card. So the World card is it's a Capricorn card. So, the World card is a Capricorn card, and And I just want to kind of emphasize the work hard means the completion. It means that, it also indicates new beginnings. So these two messages together, because, the work card doesn't only, it's not just a Capricorn card. It belongs to Capricorn, but it could also indicate, Aquarius. It could represent Leos, and it could also represent Capricorns and Taurus, okay? There we go. Okay, so these are very good cards to have in your finances. Basically, these two cards coming together is indicating to me that you have whatever you have completed, or whatever wisdom that you got through your finances, you are able to come into a completion, because the world card also indicates maybe an overseas trip. So this could possibly be you also taking that trip to perhaps to gain more finances, to gain more wisdom. And so I'm happy to hear that. I'm really happy to hear that. Remember that the 9 indicates completion, and here goes the world card also indicating completion. So somehow something in your financial matters have been completed. It has been concluded for some of you, okay? So now we're asking about health for Leos, June 8th through the 14th. Health for Leos. Health for Leos, June 8th through the 14th. Health for Leos. God, please provide Leo with overall advice for health. See these? Okay. So I'm going to pick them all up because you see what card is in there. It's a shrimp card. Okay, that's your card. The Knight of Wands. Oh my God, that Knight. The Knight. The Knight. The Nine of Swords. I'm thinking about that Knight still, you see me? The Lovers card and the Knight. Okay, so that could be representing a freaking love affair with a Sagittarius. I love it. I'm just messing around. That's for your energy, and this is for your health. Then you got the Two of Swords. You got the Six of Wands. The 3 more cards. The Five of Swords. The Queen of Pentacles. And the Ace of Swords. Okay? So, you move this a little bit so I can be able to see this all together, how it unfolds. Okay, so basically, we know that the Strength card is your card, and that's the card that you started with. This is your card. This represents you because of it's right next to the Knight of Wands. It could indicate to me that basically it's a fast moving energy for the Knight. Like I said before, the Knight indicates a good person. It indicates someone who is here to kind of help you through whatever it is. He is a great person, but it also indicates the Knight also indicates good news towards your health. It could indicate a relocation or movement, a happy one, and it could represents a good natured person. So some of you might just have good news pertaining to your health. You're being able to sustain, and you're gonna have good news because here you have the 9. Remember that the 9 and the 9. I keep on saying the 9. But the 9 represents a completion. It represents wisdom. So to me, you kind of been having health issues because of an overall love situation. It seems like you've been having like sleepless nights. And the reason why I say is a love situation. You kind of need to wake up from that. You kind of need to you know, because here that same card is followed by the two of swords, which indicates to me that, you know, by the way, this Libra, you know. So it indicates to me that you need a balance. You need to kind of balance yourself out. You need to, you know, kind of, you know, re-examine all the situation, take the blindfold off, and because of the two indicating a balance or imbalance, it means that you need to balance the situation. You kind of need to let go of what no longer serves you, because once you kind of let that go, you'll have that victory over your health. You'll be able to, because of that six, the number six, meaning, you know, a contentment, a happy, a contentment, a harmony, and a community, which indicates to me that your health would be good overall after you let go of the situation that, or make that decision that is kind of keeping you, you know, away there, or it's keeping you off balance. Balance yourself out. Make whatever decision you need to make that that's going to help you. Here with the Five of Swords, you see the 5 indicates a change. The 5 indicates a stability, an instability. It also indicates, I'm sorry, the 5 indicates change, yes. And it indicates an instability, and it indicates stress. So basically here we see a battleground, you know, and here, you know, the people already gave up. So, you know, this could be you, you know, even though whatever it is you gave up, because it is next to the 6 of Wands, and it's between the Queen of Pentacles. Whatever it is that you've given up, okay, whatever change it is that you have taken at this point, it's gonna prove to be successful for you. You know, it's gonna prove to bring stabilizing energy into your life. The Queen of Pentacles is someone who is good natured. The Queen of Pentacles is someone who is good natured, is someone who holds high intelligence. So maybe you could be like this queen and get this. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So basically use your intelligence. The queen is basically a creative soul, you know, someone who utilizes the nature and still focuses on her coin. But with the last energy, we have the Ace of Swords. So with the Ace, you see familiar. You're actually very I'm sorry. With the Ace, you actually see victory, you know, over your health situation. You see a great force, you know, of in both, you know, love and hatred. Is basically you getting rebalanced. Your health is getting at this point where it would be balanced because of the Ace of Swords, indicating, you know, because of the Ace of Swords being, I'm sorry, So because of the Ace of Swords being a triumph, you know, victory over a situation. So even though it starts off as, you know, it starts off as bad, well, it doesn't, because, you know, it starts with the strength, but this is yourself, you know. It starts off that you are, you know, overstressing yourself or putting situations on you that you don't really need to put on yourself. Okay, so because of you doing those things, it affecting your health for this week. But you making that decision, you waking up from there, it's gonna cost you to be balanced. It's gonna cost the creation, it's gonna create the balance for yourself in your health situation. Okay, but remember, with the Five of Swords, you know, with the Five of Swords, you know, they may be losses, but you know, but here you see the person actually being, you know, victorious and their enemies walking off. So this could be, you know, your health situation just you know, furthering from you or getting away from you, and you're feeling much better. That change that's taking place for you, okay? So now we're asking about careers for Leos. Oh, there we go. That was very quick. So you got these, okay? So it's the Queen of Cups and the Seven of Swords, okay? So here with the Queen of Cups, you know, she's very high. She's high in the imagination. She's very creative. She holds her emotions. I mean, the emotions is basically what rules her. And then the Queen of Cups, she's very good. She's fair. She's honest. She's someone who's devoting, loving, and intelligent. Very highly intuitive, happy, success, and very wise. So, when it comes to having the Queen of Swords, you know, it represents a water sign. Mainly Cancer, but it could be any suit as far as the Queen of Cups. It could be Cancers, Scorpios, and Pisces. So any of the 3 water signs, but the Seven of Swords, some people call that the wish cards. You see right here, but Seven of Swords. Some people call that the wish card. It says basically your plans, your hopes, and your wishes are coming into unity with themselves. It's all synchronizing for you. So basically, in other words, pertaining your career at this point, I see follow your intuition. You are a good person, and God is gonna take care of you. Basically, so you know, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. In addition, the Seven of Swords, I see it as, you know, sometimes, you know, because it's different scenarios, but at the Seven of Swords, I also see, you know, someone taking something from you. It could perhaps be, you know, and taking more than they need to, you know. So whatever it is, you still have something to salvage, okay? So now we're asking for love for Leos. From June 8th through the 14th, love for Leos. Love and relationship for Leos. Love and relationship advice. Oh. You see what you got here? The 3 of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm kind of, you know, thinking here. So the 3, it represents reaping the benefits. It indicates a development. So it's your self-expression as well. So I want you to overall, these 3 people working together to make this happen. But this is a Virgo card, just for you to be aware. So some of you might be dealing with a Virgo. I mean, but here I see 3 people. 3 people. So someone may be reaping the benefits of, you know, of 2 other people, because there's 3 people here. So basically, that's a complex situation, but these 3 people somehow are working together, and they're creating something that is useful for everyone around. So I want you to keep this in mind, that, you know, for you, you might have to develop. You might have to fully develop in this relationship, or you might have to see if there's someone else involved with your dude or with your lady, whatever it is. There might be someone else involved here. But, you know, use your development. Use your time. I don't like being a third wheel. Many Leos don't like being a third wheel at all. Like, it is what it is. It's either mine or it's not mine. If it's not mine, I let it go. So that's just the attitudes of Leos here. I understand. So I'm going to ask for clarification for your 3 of Pentacles. God, please give me clarification for the 3 of Pentacles for Leos, June 8th through the 14th. Please clarify. Oh, so you got The Knight of Cups. Okay. So here with the Knight of Cups, you see a graceful. You see someone moving very quietly, okay? Someone's moving very quietly. I'm not sure if, I don't know, to me it could indicate your partner moving silently, okay, with this extra person over here, you know. But this is basically an arrival. This is a preposition because you have the three people here together. So there might be, your partner might propose, hey, you know, let's have this this, you know, love triangle kind of, because it's also an invitation. So I would run from that. I'm not, Leos, Leos, we're ruled by the strength. You know, we ruled by the sun, so there's no freaking way that we're ever a situation like that. Some of you may, but I just don't see it happening. Maybe I'm just the Queen of Wands, and I just don't see that shit happening any fucking time. So maybe for you, some of you, that you love this person so much that you are willing to compromise, okay? So, advice for single Leos. Advice for single Leos. Advice for single Leos, June 8th through the 14th. Advice for single Leos, June 8th through the 14th. So you single ones, this is what you got. 2 tens, okay? 2 tens. One is very joyful and one is very painful. Okay, so basically this is telling me, you know, that 10, the number 10 indicates an ending, a beginning, and a fulfillment. Because, you know, some of you went from this happy moment, which, you know, unto this painful moment. The 10 of Swords carries that pain. It carries, you know, it carries that pain with it throughout the whole time. It indicates, you know, but I just want you to keep in mind that some of you have to let the situation die out for something new to begin, for you to begin to fulfill yourself. You know, I just can't, but I never seen this, how, you know, the double energy of the 10 of joyful 10 with the painful 10. So it's just, you know, some of you singles went from that happy moment in that beautiful home unto being broken, being backstabbed by this person that you love so much, you know. So I want you to keep in mind that, you know, some situations have to die out. Let it die out. Commence your new beginning, you know, commence your happiness, you know. Don't let that pain drive you into being someone that you're not, you know, bitter and because, you know, if you could turn like that, you could turn bitter. But I'm going to clarify the 10 of Swords for you. Please clarify the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Cups for Leos. Please clarify the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Cups for Leo. Oh, this is what you are. The 9 of Wands. Okay, so let me tell you what I think this situation is. So the 9 indicates, oh my God, I'm trying to remember exactly what the 9 stands for. I'm trying to remember. I believe is wisdom and completion. Yeah. So basically, look what this is saying. Look how this is playing out. I just want to show you. Look how it's playing out. Let's put it in the way they came out. Okay. So basically, this is saying, hey, you went from this joyful, happy situation where you were so content and you were so happy, and then it turned into this. It turned into sorrow. It turned into pain. It turned into a betrayal. It turned into a backstabbing or whatever the case may be. But you stepping outside the situation and fully analyzing, because the 9 is wisdom and completion. It tells me that you gain enough wisdom from the situation. You actually stepped outside the situation and analyzed things overall. So basically that you had to go through those stages in order for you to gain that wisdom, for you to, was part of your story of how your story goes from the minute you was born. So that's quite interesting. That's quite interesting. That's funny. Okay, so overall advice for Leos. Overall advice for Leos for June. Oh, so you got the Page of Cups, okay? So let me tell you a little bit about the Page. The Page is more of a feminine kind of card. He's more feminine-like Page, and on top of that, he's you see how he has the little cup, the little fish inside his cup. While the cups are emotion, the fish is his intuition. So it could be new messages. It could be someone coming to you, giving you service, maybe an advisor or counselor or whatever the case may be. But this could also be news. It could be also messages coming to you. It could be reflection. It could be a sign of meditation. It could be your intuition. So follow your intuition the rest of this week, okay? So now we're going to do an angel message for you, Leos. God, please provide Leo with an overall message for Leos from the angels. Provide Leo with assistance, and please give them a message. Oh, here we go. So what's your message? Oh, you have 3 cards. Wow, I thought it was 2, but you actually have 1 of each. You were missing water. So you have the 6 of fire, which is the 6 of wands, the victory card, which you got here as well. Okay. You got the 4 of air, which is the 4 of swords. Okay. You didn't get that one, which is good that you didn't. And the 5 of earth, okay? So I'm going to start with the 5 of earth since I have it in my hand. The 5 of earth is the 5 of pentacles, a lot of times when I see this card, I feel like 2 people are just, 2 people are helping each other, that blind one and that crippled one, they're both, helping each other get out of the cold, get out of the situation where they're in, whatever situation it may be. But it seems like these 2 people are only aiding each other. They really don't have assistance from other people. So these 2 people have each other's back. It could also mean a situation where someone is coming in, I don't want to say it's coming in from the cold. I want to say more left out, So let me read this to you. It says, fear surrounding money, the wisdom to accept help from others, uncertain self-employment. Okay? So now let's move on to your 4 of air. Okay? Time to rest. Take a vacation. Allow more time before making a decision. Meditation may provide answers. In the writer's deck, you see this person as meditating inside a church. They're by themselves. They're there in the holy temple, collecting wisdom, collecting what it is that God has to offer them. They basically taking that time to rest, to be with themselves, to grow, have that inner growth. So basically that's what it's telling me that some of you have to do. You have to take that retreat and do a little bit of your spirituality. I have to do meditations for me to feel peaceful. I have to put them with prayers for me to feel peaceful. So some of you may need that. The 6 of fire, okay? It says victory. Good news is on the way. Public recognitions or award. Wow, Leos, go ahead. I'm really excited for your reading. Thank you, Leos, for joining me for from June 8th through June 14th. I will post my new videos on the 14th. I try to do on the 13th. I'm not really too sure because, you know, life, I have work and all of that. But this is my soul. This is what my soul loves, okay? Helping other people, give other people advice, allowing God to shed light to help others, okay? So thank you, and I see you soon.